get you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Sean Yao. The Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings drew first blood against the TNT Tropang Giga after taking Game 1 of the PBA Governors Cup Finals. Marty Bautista with the detail.
And Brownlee.
Oh, Brownlee, 14, first quarter point.
The Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings were in the driver's seat from midway through the first quarter in Game 1 of their PBA Governors Cup Finals showdown against the TNT Tropang Giga. Ginebra led most of the game, although TNT kept hanging around and kept the game interesting through little spurts in the second and third.
Baseline settles for the mid-range jumper. What a confident stroke from Calvin.
But by the fourth, Ginebra was able to up the advantage to 18 points to keep TNT away for good. Final score 102-90 in favor of the Kings. Justin Brownlee was the top scorer for Ginebra with 31 points, which came along with 12 rebounds and 2 blocks. Jamie Malonzo backstopped him with 21 points, while Scotty Thompson was all over the place as usual with 10 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists. Ginebra head coach Tim Cohn was surprised with his team's sharpness, especially after coming off a 10-day break.
I was not 100% sure we were going to play good tonight, but guys came out, and they came out really fired up to start the game, I thought, and it set a good tone in the beginning of the game, and I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you, and then they were just able to carry the fight all the way through for 48 minutes.
Meanwhile, Ronde Hollis Jefferson was stellar in his PBA Finals debut with 30 points and 20 rebounds. Mikey Williams backed him up with 23 points. Game 2 of the Finals will be on Wednesday, April 12, 5:45 p.m. at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. You can also catch the games live on TV5 and One Sports. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
And the Philippines stayed on top of Group E of the AFC Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament after manhandling Tajikistan 8-0. The Pinays bombarded the opponents with 6 goals from 6 different players in the first half alone. Chandler McDaniel then topped it all off with a brace in the 60th and 89th minutes to complete the shutout. The win was a solid follow-up to another dominant performance by the Philippines, where it scored a 4-0 dub against Pakistan last Wednesday. With this, the Filipinas are on top of Group E with 6 points and a goal difference of 12. The also unbeaten team Hong Kong sits right below the Philippines with a goal difference of 5. In tomorrow's matchup, the 2 undefeated teams will battle it out for the right to join 6 other group winners in the next stage. Pinoy boxer Marlon Tapales becomes the second Filipino champ to be crowned this year after downing Murodjon Akhmadaliev in their super bantamweight bout this weekend. Tapales scored a split decision win over his Uzbekistani foe to take the IBF and WBA super bantamweight belts. 2 judges gave a score of 115-113 in favor of Tapales, while the other one had it 118-110 for Akhmadaliev. Tapales built on aggressiveness in the first 8 rounds to establish a lead over his opponent. And it was just enough to keep Akhmadaliev at bay after turning it up in the latter stages of the 12-round bout. Tapales now joins Melvin Jerusalem as the country's reigning boxing champs this year. We're taking a quick timeout, but the game on One News Now will return after this. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Spanish pro golfer Jon Rahm rallies to win the 2023 Masters at the Augusta National Golf Course in Georgia, USA. After starting the day 4 strokes off the lead, Rahm worked out a final round of 3 under 69 for a winning total of 12 under 276, en route to the title. Rahm's win denied the crown to LIV standard bearers Brooks Koepka and Phil Mickelson, who settled second and third. This is Rahm's 4th win this season, earning him a second career major to go along with his 2021 US Open title. The feat also puts him in rare territory as the first European to win both the Masters and the US Open. Winning the Masters crown means that Rahm has successfully reclaimed the world #1 ranking from defending champion Scottie Scheffler. And tennis world #1 Novak Djokovic hopes for a strong start to his clay court season next week after missing a couple of tournaments. The Serbian ace begins his season at the Monte Carlo Masters next week, with eventual success at next month's French Open in mind. Djokovic missed the Indian Wells and the Miami Masters as he could not enter the United States unvaccinated. He applied for a special permit but was not granted one, although he now considers the time off as an opportunity to train more. The 22-time Grand Slam champion was a Monte Carlo champ, last winning the title back in 2015. Djokovic will begin his 2023 campaign in the tourney on the second round against either American Mackenzie McDonald or Russian Ivan Gakov.
I did more training on clay, which is, of course, positive if you think about the clay season. And, I haven't had much success in Monte Carlo in the last 3 years. I haven't played really good tennis here. So I'm hoping that this year I can start the clay season better than I did in the previous years and hopefully build my form as I'm coming closer to Paris.
And an 11-year-old Syrian refugee is set to become Germany's youngest national chess player. Hossein Basu learned chess moves from his father at the age of 4. After mastering the basics, Basu surprised everyone with his talent. After finding a youth chess club for their little boy, Basu's family moved to the German town of Lippstadt in 2016 as refugees. 7 years later, this prodigy will become the youngest national team player in the history of the German Chess Federation. And Basu has the credentials to back it up, winning Germany's Under-10 competition in 2020 and finishing 3rd in the World Under-12 Championships last year. Basu's family has launched a crowdfunding campaign for his travel costs and training. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the news day continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.